It's week 3 of the NFL. And on center stage is the Lumberjacks. Rocket on quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there. And got him to win. He finds his man complete. That's Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Blake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Blake. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So you look at this new situation. It's worked in other places. You've got 2 teams in L.A. Until recently, we had 2 out in the Bay Area. Of course, 2 in the New York area. And now 2 teams calling Chicago home. And if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to embrace this newly relocated team.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 102 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Blake. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing on first down, Anthony. And his throw here is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 88 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, Blake. He finds his target, Beckham. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Blake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Third and 2.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
To throw again. Blake. He finds his man, complete. It's Parker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Blake. That is caught. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys stepped up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Anthony. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Blake. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Fighting through it, he's got space. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to throw. Anthony. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Buenos Aires 1st down.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down, as they've got it as we resume action. And this one's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Anthony. Complete here. It's high. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards to pick up there.
And his offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Orbits have cut it back within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Blake. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll look to throw again. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now receiver in motion left. Right back to him on first down. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Off play action. Blake. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lumberjacks are able to stretch out their lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
To throw on 3rd down. Anthony going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Orbits have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Anthony. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
on the coverage.
Now a give right side. Bradshaw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Anthony. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bradshaw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Lumberjacks 17.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Anthony. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Chicago offense set to get started. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, Blake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Blake. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They'll try to run this one in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've reached halftime, but no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Anthony. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Anthony. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Anthony. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Blake. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bradshaw. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Anthony. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Blake. Again, it's Carson with another catch. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 2nd down and 6 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One back in the backfield. He'll get the... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Anthony. Throw left side complete. That's 4th. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Bradshaw. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Anthony. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, Bradshaw. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Anthony. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Orbits are able to widen their advantage. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Blake. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st and 10, Anthony. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deontay Banks with it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the bootleg. Blake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Kind of a fine line when you set up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Anthony. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Blake, he finds his man, complete. It's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Back to throw. Blake has taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They go play action here on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw. Anthony. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Blake. He finds his man, complete. That's Parker. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Blake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lumberjacks have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Off the bootleg, Anthony.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
From the gun on third down, Anthony. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Anthony.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Staying on his feet. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And his kick is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have going for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 4, a minute 46 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So now the story changes. Trailing by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Beckham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3. You're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So this crowd will not go home happy.